Paging all Married to Medicine fans, it's your girl Natalie.
And your girl Shimeika, and we're here sipping tea and talking all things MD and MRSMD on our rewatch podcast, Married to Medicine, The Rundown.
Join us on Monday nights as we break down our favorite past episodes, review the upcoming season, and spill the tea on your favorite group of ladies and their husbands.
Let's get to spilling.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Married to Medicine, The Rundown. I'm your girl, Natalie.
And I'm your girl, Shimeika.
Shimeika. I'm gonna let you take lead on this one today.
Why? All right, y'all. So we are at the beginning of season 7. I'm going to set the scene for y'all. The mood.
Episode 7.
My bad. Episode 7. And we are at the dinner table, and we start off with Heavenly telling Quad, that she said that Phaedra was full of shit, or like she's a whole mess or something like that. And then Heavenly starts going into Quad, calling her a user, and Quad is just hurt, y'all. She's just hurt. I don't know. But I guess Heavenly's hurt because, according to her, Phaedra called Heavenly and told Heavenly that she wasn't bringing Quad around anymore. Which I don't know why Phaedra wouldn't just say that to Quad.
That's actually a really good point. Like, if y'all have that good of a relationship, not like you have to be like bosom buddies, but if you guys had that good of a relationship, I think you could have just been like, you know what, girl, I think you're gonna have to ride solo today.
Yeah.
The bachelorette party didn't quite work out with you. The resurrection definitely did not work out. I'm not really trying to go 3 for 3.
Right, honestly, still trying to figure out Quad's intention with the resurrection, but you know what? We gotta move on. It's a new day.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day.
Yo, Quad is feeling good.
Or so she thought.
Right, but I guess the ladies are expressing that they feel hurt from Quad. Jackie's saying that they're working on evolving friendships, and Quad hasn't been there for that, and that's probably because Quad doesn't really talk to them during the off season. I just feel like Quad's just probably having fun during the off season. She's traveling, she's doing her thing, maybe I don't know, she just doesn't click with them like she used to, I guess.
See, I like that they're having this conversation with Quad, because I do believe that Quad does not take any kind of accountability. And like they said, she's always talking about how they've hurt her. But now that they're finally vocalizing it, I'm like, just take accountability. Not everything you have to agree with. But for the sake of peace and getting along and trying to move forward, actually hear them to listen to them and understand. Don't just hear them to respond. However, I don't think this trip was the time or place to have this conversation. Again, something about timing does not work well with this group. This was the trip where fake it till you make it. It's a little girls getaway, have fun, drink your good wine, and have your food. If you knew that you didn't want Quad at all, you're not comfortable with Quad, Toya should have never even brought up the idea of having Quad there in the first place. Because the minute Quad came, she was shady. The minute Quad came within the group, it was almost like an ambush. And I'm not the biggest Quad fan right now either. But you gotta call it like you see it. This was not the time or place, and this could have been handled a lot better. Oh, did I just say that? Damn.
Yeah, you did. But no, it definitely was not the time or place for this. And on both ends, they could have handled it a lot better. like I said, Quad could have literally stretched out her apologies between each of the ladies in an episode. She could have sat just like how she sat down with Heavenly in her house, and if she still wanted to, like, have Phaedra along for these little sit downs that she's having, then she could have went on an apology tour if that's what she really, wanted to do or whatever. But it is what it is, and I guess Toya's just so upset to the point where she can't fake it around Quad. But Toya's been like that since season one, y'all. So I don't
No
expect
surprise there.
nothing less
Yep.
from Toya. So I don't know. But uh now we are back in Toya and Simone's room, and the ladies are all sitting down and they're talking about Quad. And this, I guess, this is when they do the flashback to the sister circle, where
Hmm.
Quad said that she was having a moment when she was going to give up on women, but the sister circle was what restored her faith in
That will
women.
never not be funny.
It's funny as hell. I don't care. But and I'm just gonna say it. It would literally it was that reunion before the sister circle happened when all that stuff went down with Greg. And I'm happy that everybody's bringing this stuff back up on Twitter because people seem to be like lost. But it was
Fingers
after that
crossed.
reunion when Quad probably distanced herself, because look at what they were saying to her when they were saying, like, oh, he didn't hit her. But they literally just said that. And I like that in that instance, it was Heavenly and Contessa who had Quad's back at that reunion and said he literally just admitted to hitting her. So I don't think Quad has moved on from that, and I don't blame her.
I
And
don't
if
think so either. And watching it back too, I was like, oh, I don't even think this set in really the first time. Like, Toya was like, oh, well, you have to be careful. You have to be careful throwing those words out there. And Mariah's like, well, like she's there playing the fence. Simone is here talking about, like, well, I'm glad we got his side or whatever. Jackie was more neutral, like, you know what, at least they had an opportunity to really, like, in a sense, get it off their chest. But yeah, it was between like Jackie 50-50, but definitely Heavenly and Contessa, where they're both like, did we not just hear the same thing?
Yeah, Contessa was like, if I knew there was abuse involved, I would have not encouraged her.
Exactly. And Heavenly's like, she literally said, like, he put his hands on her. What are you not hearing?
And if they can't see that, and that is one of the reasons why Quad has been, or Quad has probably been upset with y'all for all these years, then I don't know what to say to these group of ladies, because I didn't have Quad's back last season, but y'all are making me have this girl's back.
See, that part, because I was still upset at Quad from last season, like, a little
Yeah,
trifling, but hey.
right? But I do want to say, like, when they're having that sit down and they're talking, at least Jackie was like, Quad has good qualities. Like, she does actually like Quad. I don't think Jackie really has any issues with her. Simone says that she has no issues with her, but whatever. So Toya calls her downstairs. She calls Quad downstairs, and then Heavenly's like, I just want this all to be over with. Honestly, Heavenly, please, please. Honestly, one thing that's really upsetting me about Heavenly is she keeps saying over and over again that Quad is her friend, Quad is her friend. But then look at how you're talking to your friend. And I get it. Sometimes friends can be stubborn and you have to, like, really drill the nail in to, like, get it through
Hmm.
their head and stuff like that. But, like, Heavenly and Quad were actually able to sit down one on one and talk through their stuff. I thought they were, like, cool or whatever, but whatever.
See, and that was my thing too. I'm like watching back that scene. And yeah, sometimes, people do have those qualities where at some point the repetitive behavior does show certain traits, and then the negatives overweigh the positives. I also think, though, in this case, Toya, with it being her trip, or Simone being the more vocal one, I think one of them could have went to Quad's room instead, pull Quad aside, and been like, you know what? With all the tension and stuff, maybe it's actually not a good idea to have you around us right now.
No. Yeah,
Or
they could
maybe
have
when Toya has
definitely.
an important thing, you kind of leave and then you come back.
Yeah. Yeah, they could have definitely handled it better. But I just want to give everybody else my own little flashback to when Simone did this very same thing to Mariah with Quad. Maybe y'all don't
Was this like
remember.
season 2 at the cabin?
Yes, it was season 2 at the cabin when Simone was sitting down saying, okay, well, and they were all sitting down as a group, and this was without Mariah. And Simone was sitting down saying, like, okay, we will just stop going to Mariah's events as a group. They all of a sudden decided they weren't going to go to any more of Mariah's events if she invited them to anything. And then the next couple episodes later, Mariah invited Simone to an event and she went.
Simone is a flip flopper, and I don't understand how no one has called this out yet.
Like
Simone rides the fence.
all the time.
And first of
All
all,
the
that's actually
time.
karma right here. What happened to Mariah is happening to Quad. Just saying,
Yeah.
I agree with people saying it's the karma. But
Yeah.
yeah, Simone's a flip flopper.
Like I can't believe she's doing the same thing. And for them, but like honestly, for them to tell her to leave the trip, I didn't like that. I did
Mm-mm.
not like that at all. They could have done something else.
Like, I really thought when Toya said, I need people around me who are going to be supportive, I literally thought she meant like, okay, tomorrow I'm meeting with the VP of the wine company. I only want those who support me, so I'm not going to invite you to, like that special corporate dinner. We can meet afterwards.
Right?
I really thought that's the direction it was going in.
That's what I thought too. And Quad came in all supportive. It's not like she came in with bad energy or anything like that. It was Toya with her bad energy that just didn't want Quad there. And if you didn't want Quad there, then you should not
Why
have
did you
invited
invite
her.
her?
You did not have to invite her to this trip.
No, ma'am.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. So,
Wasting everybody's time.
everybody's time. Wasting poor Quad's time. Quad didn't have to come down there.
Now,
And you could
Shamika,
at
let's
least
be honest.
sent her home with a bottle of wine.
Thank you. The
Like,
little gift basket. Wish you were
what?
here.
Like what? What? I don't know. But seeing Quad cry in her confessional, I just know she feels hurt, and I feel like she feels the most hurt from Heavenly.
I want to backtrack a bit because Quad was there saying how she thought the resurrection was a first
Yo,
step to reconciliation.
in her
And
mind.
I'm like, I would support on that one because the hell? Did you not see how that resurrection went? In what universe, on what planet did you think that went well and that it would lead to a better outcome here today?
That's what I'm trying to. you
No
know,
accountability.
she could have done it better. I feel like in Quad's mind, and this is not even me sticking up for her right now, because even I think that resurrection could have went 100 times better. But in Quad's mind, that went perfect. Maybe
Yeah, it has to be Quad's mind.
hopefully when we're all watching it back, she's watching it back too. She can really sit down and think, hey, you know what? I could have done this whole thing differently.
Yeah, that's literally in Quad's mind. Because
Yeah.
I on God's green earth, Ray Charles can see that did not go well.
No, it didn't. It didn't like at all. It was funny though. I liked it. I might watch that again.
She goes, Jackie, are you ready? For what?
What? Oh my gosh.
Mm-mm.
No, that was like hilarious. That was hilarious. But no, I feel bad for Quad, and Quad just wants to be loved by the group, and she probably hasn't felt that love since that season reunion, y'all.
At least definitely not from like a collective standpoint. Maybe one
Yeah,
off here and there, but definitely not as a
yeah,
group.
no. So it is what it is. Guess we will have to wait and see what happens because she is in a couple more episodes, I believe. I believe they
Mm-hmm.
only gave her 4 episodes, so which is sad because does that mean we're not going to get a monologue this season? I hope we do.
Well, we got a what did we get a montage? Did we?
I don't. I think we did, but no, we need a new monologue. Like, she is
Mm-hmm.
so good. Honestly, my favorite is when she's talking to everybody from the balcony of her new house. It's given villain. Like, I love it. That's my favorite monologue. I don't care. She needs
Hello,
to.
all the little peasants. As I
Yes.
look down on you all.
Yes. No.
Nope. My
Honestly.
favorite was when they went on that trip to Blue Ridge and everyone had to sit in that room for an hour. Nothing. Even the deer was like, "Okay, bitch, wrap it up."
Yo, a whole hour. I couldn't
Mm-mm.
imagine ranting for that long. Maybe in my head, but
I would anyone who's ranting for that long, I would have been like, "Do you, boo? I need to go pee. I'm about to go on the
like
bed.
that's
You
a
still ranting? I'm
movie.
gonna go shower."
Like that's a movie, and I can't move, but it's not on a big screen. Like
Thank you.
that's a movie. Oh my
Would have left your
gosh!
ass standing there while I'm in bed,
Right?
looking like
Quad.
Tiny on her iPhone. Mm-hmm. Keep going, girl.
Honestly,
Mm-hmm. Keep talking. Yep. Same way.
yeah, that's wild. That is wild. But on a little side note, because but I don't understand why Letitia is always updating Gregory on Quad. Like I would be so annoyed to always be updated about my ex
Cause
every
for
time.
what?
Yeah, like why are you doing that? Stop it. Stop it, Letitia. Stop doing that.
You're already annoyed that Quad is around, although you're on the show that she built along with these other women. But now you want to bring up Quad every chance you get, even when Quad has no direct interaction with you. For what?
Yeah, no, because even at the dinner, she didn't talk in the scenes that we saw. She didn't talk. So
Silence was golden.
yeah. So yeah, no, like just a little side note, Letitia, stop doing that. I would be so annoyed to always be updated about my ex from my new wife.
But Greg, Dr. G, is just as bad too to want to hear all the dirt anyways. Didn't
Because
you glow
men,
up? Why are you fixated on her?
because men are the biggest gossips.
Look here, I've been telling you the men love the mess. Go back and look at Cecil.
Yo, Cecil lives for the mess, and you know what? I live for Cecil living for the mess because that means I'm gonna get Cecil's commentary on the mess, and that's fine
Mm-hmm.
with me.
Facts.
Like what? No. But let's give a little shout out to Dr. Jackie talking to VP Kamala Harris.
You know what? That's whether people want to come for Jackie or not. Jackie getting that exposure is a win for Jackie, but I was watching Carlos and Heavenly, and Carlos is right. It's a win for the show as a whole.
No, it is. That's honestly a very big thing for her to actually be talking to the United States Vice President about something so serious, you know?
Black women and black women's health, regardless of how you look at it. We don't. A lot of reality stars are a little bit too messy and alligato to be doing these kind of things. So I'm happy our ladies are doing it because they
Yeah.
talked with Kamala Harris. They got to talk with Rebel Sharpton in season
Yeah.
8.
Mhm.
So this is not their first time talking with big like political figures and activists. What other show you know doing this on TV? Name them.
You know,
Name them.
there's not much. But I feel like this was Mariah's goal with Married to Medicine in the sense of it being different from like Real Housewives of Atlanta and Love and Hip Hop. So I'm
Yeah.
very proud of Mariah. So kudos to you, Mariah.
Got to give credit where credit is due. She had a
Yeah,
vision and it stood the test of time.
definitely did. So honestly, big up Jackie. This is a big achievement for her. Big achievement for Black women and everybody. So thank you, Dr. Jackie, for doing what you had to do to talk to Dr. Vice President Kamala Harris. But if she has a PhD, then technically she is a doctor as well. So
If Wendy from Potomac can be a doctor, so can she.
yeah, period.
Hmm.
Period. But no, so one thing that did upset me was the next scene when Toya said she woke up feeling super light, and Simone's like, "Oh, it's light, airy, and sunny without Quad." But Simone, I thought you had no issues with Quad, so
Flip flop her.
what? Like what?
I feel like I'm starting to believe when people are saying, and I think I haven't watched the interview yet, so don't quote me, but I think it was the Quad's interview with Carlos, and people are saying Quad said something to the effect of like, I think one conversation they were having like off camera behind the scenes, and it's like Simone doesn't have a problem with Quad, but it's like she is team Toya, so in a sense she has to act a certain way when it comes to Quad to not piss off Toya.
Yeah, I did read a little bit about that as well. There is actually a clip going around about with Quad and Carlos, where Quad said that she had a conversation with Toya and with Toya. My bad. She had a conversation with Simone, and Simone said that she just didn't want to upset Toya. So don't quote me, but that was a clip that's going around on the interwebs.
But like, come on, Simone, you have to stand again on what's right and what's wrong. At the end of the day, like when you become too biased, that's when you should be
Yeah,
worried.
yeah. As much as I love Simone, she's just sometimes she does stuff where I have to look at her like, girl, are you really gonna do this right now? And then she does it, and I'm just like, ugh, Simone, why? So
Predictable.
yeah, I didn't like that, but whatever, whatever. I see Heavenly is trying to suck up to Letitia's good side about she's giving her a toast at the table,
For what?
and then she's apologizing to her again.
For what?
Like, like I don't understand. I don't get it. But whatever, Heavenly, whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat.
I think it's a waste of time apologizing to Sweet Tea, Letitia. You again. This is why she annoys me because it's like you knew what you were getting yourself into when you got with Dr. G, when you got on the show, because you were a fan. You watched the show, or else you wouldn't be
Mm-hmm.
in the man's DMs.
Right, with baby emojis.
Like, come on with the come on.
Right, honestly, I don't know about all that, but I did like Toya being in boss mode at her little meeting that she had with those people from the Kennedy winery. Was it Kennedy?
Kendall and something.
Kendall. Yes. So yes, I did like her being in boss mode. Found it funny that she brought Phaedra. When she said that she wanted a lawyer by her side, the only thing that flashed in my
I
mind
know.
was Cynthia saying, "Win a case." So I was dying. I don't know about the rest of y'all. But
She doesn't miss that episode.
yes, but no. I definitely agree with the idea of Toya taking her wine on the road. I'm totally down for that. I would
Mm-hmm.
go to sip these wines because honestly, it seems like she knows what she's talking about. Only thing I know about alcohol is I only like when it's sweet. I don't like nothing that's bitter. So as long as it has a high sugar count for me, then I'm good to go. But Toya looks like she knows what she's talking about. So if Toya wants to tell me that I gotta eat this piece of steak with this red wine, then I'm gonna do it.
Facts. I actually like the idea of like having the tips because as someone like I don't drink at all anymore, but I do like the whole thing with the tips. I feel like that was really cool.
Yeah, and she can have like a little tip book. And she doesn't even have to like sell a book. Like she can sell like a PDF online or something. She can do that.
That's it.
Like
To be
I really
honest,
like that.
I actually did like oddly enough Phaedra going with her because when you look at it, Heavenly talk too damn much, so no.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie don't drink, so no. Simone is a box wine type of girl. She didn't even want to do the pairing that was suggested. So no. Um we still haven't heard two words from Dr. Alicia the whole episode. So no. Letitia still don't fit in with this group and she's there drinking her brown liquor, talking about people are getting her drunk. So no. So you kind of only have Phaedra, but also, you know what? Phaedra has a million one jobs like a true Jamaican woman. So, you know what? Go ahead, take the businesswoman with you.
Mm-hmm.
We have yet to see her win a case, but you know what? Use that law degree, get Toya some good partnership deals,
Right?
and call it a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, no, I think that would be. I mean, that's a good idea, but I do honestly think she could have brought Jackie because I don't think Jackie. Wasn't it Jackie that's trying to sell sex toys?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay, so she could definitely brought Jackie into that meeting with her. Wait, what?
I forgot about that.
Jackie could have been in that meeting with Toya.
True, but I feel like she wouldn't. But would she be able to give maybe a lot of some good gems and ideas like Phaedra would?
I mean, who knows? But we also know that Jackie has a lot of businesses as well. She has her stuff going on. I wish I knew the names of all Jackie's businesses, y'all, but I do not. I know she has the iFit. Is that what it's called?
Oh, the fit. She had the Fitney.
Fit
She still
Me,
has the spa.
iFit. You know
She has
what?
her book. She's doing Dr. Heavenly University. The sex toys thing, yes, she did have. Okay, yeah, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
that could have been a good pairing.
yeah, it could have been a good pairing as well. I don't think we've
Hmm.
really seen Toya and Jackie one on one like that.
Oh.
It would have been
You're
nice.
right. Interesting.
Yeah, and like Phaedra just joined the group 2 seconds ago. Like, I mean, it would have been nice.
That is true. That is true.
So, to each their own, but hey, do what you gotta do, boo.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you gotta do. So now we're at the husband hangout where we hear Dr. Alicia's husband talk more than Dr. Alicia has in these 7
In 7 episodes.
episodes. Like, why do I know your husband doesn't my bad. Why do I know your husband doesn't hang out with the kids? This man said he's never been alone with his kids, and the oldest is 5 years old.
Shimeika.
Yeah.
Do y'all not trust your baby daddies? Y'all not trust your husbands?
No, but no, okay. So after he said that, there was like a whole flashback of like Eugene with the kids, Cecil with his kid, and sometimes another person's kid. Like,
No, that took me out.
so they were just looking at her husband like, what? You never been alone with the kids? Like, what? So, but no, honestly, I totally forgot that she is, or they are Nigerian. So I guess customs and traditions play a big role in why he has never been alone with the kids until Married to Medicine come along. So, hopefully she's on for a couple more seasons so she can get these breaks.
I mean, because that seems to be the only way she's gonna get them.
Like, what?
The audacity.
Like, sir, come on. So, I mean, that's that. Eugene brings up Quad because
Ooh,
Toya
we need
called and let him know.
we need to do a vote. Who's messier, Cecil or Eugene? It's given. What did
It's
Nene
Eugene.
call? What did she call him? Patricia.
Okay, no, but that was different because Peter was in the women's business. Eugene just likes to gossip about it with the other men.
What's the difference?
Eugene's not in the business like that. Like, Eugene's not arguing with the woman the way how Peter was arguing with the woman.
Okay, touche. Carry on.
Yes. Eugene will sit and let the women argue. Like, what? Eugene's not getting in that. And that's
Nope.
what's different about the Married to Medicine husbands. They don't be in the mess like that.
They can fight it out one day, then they're cool the whole rest of the season.
Yeah. And the only real beef between the guys was when Anila's husband was on. I don't remember there being real beef between the guys like ever before that.
No, the only time where there was a little like was Eugene and Curtis, where Curtis felt like Eugene shouldn't have been making like a mockery,
Oh, you mean when
right? At the reunion.
Eugene was judging him for doing the bad things that he was doing? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Be like, you have the audacity.
the audacity.
But okay.
Wow.
But other
Okay.
than that, yeah.
Yeah. I also didn't like Dr. G's comments about Quad exit or whatever they want to call it from the group. Talking about hell yeah.
And then Letitia, they're smiling. But
Like, no. No.
girl, sit down
Honestly,
somewhere.
get him off my screen. I'm like, ugh, so annoyed.
There's
So
something
annoyed.
about him that just irks me.
Probably because, like the rest of us, every time you see him, he's zooming off in his Mini Cooper and foaming at the mouth.
We need an updated Mini Cooper seat. We really do.
Right? Like, you can at least drive a Countryman or something. A Countryman is more like, bigger, heavier build or whatever, where you're like, he's just so annoying in everything that he does.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Whatever. But honestly, we're literally at the end of the episode because now the ladies are sitting at the dinner table and they're talking about marriage and the stuff that they, I guess, should and shouldn't do in a marriage or whatever. And that's when Dr. Heavenly admits that sometimes she says some things that she shouldn't have said, probably just talking out of turn, stuff like that. And that's when we hear Alicia speak. Oh my gosh, she has
The last
spoken.
2 minutes.
Yeah, she has spoken, and she talks about the dynamic of her marriage and the fact that, you know, like I said, traditions and stuff like that. So Nigerian men are a different breed. Like, you gotta cook, clean. Well, I guess you don't have to, but cook, clean, taking care of the household, all that stuff, even after like a long day at work. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, if she
My
likes it,
thing
I
is, I don't
guess.
mind like the customs, the traditions. If you want to
Me
be
either.
submissive, be submissive. But
You,
when Simone brought up the fact that when she's around her husband versus the women, it's a completely different person almost. And like you can tell the attitude shift. And I'm
mhm.
like, if a man really has you in that position of having to switch who you are, no, go, you better run.
I don't think she is switching who she is because, like she said before, like she was raised by a single mom, so she's been like very independent and stuff like that. So I feel like if she wanted to, like she can probably be on her own if she wanted to. So I don't feel it's
Mm-hmm.
her switching who she is. It's probably just how she treats or how she respects him when he's in front of other people.
Mm.
Yeah, because like we said, traditions and customs are like totally different. So the way how she, the way how Cecil, the way how Simone talks to Cecil in front of the group,
Yeah.
Dr. Leash is not going to talk to her husband like that in front of the group. Like, she's just not going to say or do certain things. Like the way how Dr. Heavenly talks to Dr. Damon, Dr. Leash is not doing that in front of a group of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so she'll probably talk to him like that in private, but like not in
Like there's
public.
boundaries what you bring to TV and what you let people see and how much
Yeah,
of your relationship you allow access to.
exactly. Well, we all learned that from Heavenly because she don't comment. So
Look here, she gonna ride till the wheels fall off. Her marriage is perfect. Don't ask her about it because she ain't telling you jack squat.
exactly. So yeah, no, I guess it was nice to hear Dr. Alicia speak and talk about her customs, but it was actually pretty funny to see the other women's faces as she was talking about the customs and whatnot. So that was funny.
Oh, because
Yeah.
everyone's looking be like, you sure?
Right?
Ah.
Ooh, but yeah, no. Well, that's funny. Well, the episode ends with Toya asking Phaedra where her man at. Because where he at, girl? Where's your
Round of
doctor
applause for
boo?
Toya. At least somebody said it.
Where is your Dr. Boo, girl? And did we know his name was Dr. O? Because I didn't know. Did we know that? Did they say that in the beginning?
in the beginning when they put that emoji on his face in like the very first episode.
Okay. Yeah, like, and what kind of doctor is he? Like, what does he do? Well, I guess we'll never find out because I guess Phaedra said they broke up. But she got a
And
new
then she has a
doctor.
new one.
And it's like, where are you picking up these doctors? The hospital? Like, where are you finding these doctors?
It's like, okay, I finished with one, let me pick a next one off the tree. Excuse me?
Like, where you find them at?
Let a
So,
girl know.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But kudos to Toya for real for asking where Dr. O at.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Dr. O. What? Anyways, y'all, that is the end of this recap for episode 7. It was fun talking with y'all, Natalie.
You too, girly.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at M2M The Rundown across all social medias.
Hey.
Yes. And
I'm gonna miss our girls for 2 weeks.
3, girl.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss them for 3 weeks, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Maybe in these 3 weeks I will sit down and watch these Carlos interviews.
I feel like I needed a lot of energy and to mentally prepare myself before I watch quads because that just looks like it's gonna be exhausting.
Well, it's quad, so it's probably, one big monologue, which I'm happy to listen to. You know what? Bravo needs to release the footage of her hour-long rant that she did at that cottage or whatever.
I'm dead. Is that gonna be like study music for you in the background?
Yeah.
Oh, girl, bye.
Just get a montage of all Quad's rants and just have them on a loop in the background, because why not? Why not?
Oh my gosh, I'm the Frank Sinatra in this bitch. Like, what?
Yo. No. Anyways, y'all, the color of this week is magenta. So we are going to roll up our sleeves, get our scrubs on, and some Crocs because they comfy. And we're going to code magenta out of here. And we will catch y'all in a couple of weeks when our girls return.
I love that. Oh, that's a cute color too, by the way.
Right? Peace, y'all.
Bye.